going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. I got a video for you guys this afternoon. This one is the loss of the Journeymen. That's something to me that's in decline in boxing. Is the Journeyman. I personally believe that the Journeyman is needed in boxing. I think that the Journeyman is pretty much a strong foundational base in boxing. That's kind of in a way it's missing right now. See, in boxing you need your journeyman. You need your journeyman to travel and and pretty much give a competitive fight to whoever it may be. See, journeymen are important in the development of fighters. Um, unfortunately, we don't have too many journeymen these days. We have Emmanuel Augustus who's out of his prime, way out of his prime. I really hope he retires soon because he's fought long enough. You got Emmanuel Augustus. You have you can consider Ishe Smith to be hitting journeyman status. The Marcus Corley. I would even call Vander Holyfield journeyman, unfortunately, because I don't think he's going to be in contention for any major title. Unless but then again, WBC might put him in contention. Who knows? But Carlos Quintana, he's hitting journeyman status. I think after, depending on what goes on with the whole 140-pound division, if Maidana if Maidana is at the bottom, I think he could become a journeyman in the future. But personally, I just think that journeymen are beneficial for the younger fighters that come up. Because I'm like, if you look at it, the journeymen have basically fought the who's who in boxing. Let's take a look at Ishe Smith. Ishe Smith has fought a lot of people. He's fought a lot of different people, former titleists. He's faced other contenders. He's pretty much faced like almost every decent middleweight prospect other than James Kirkland. Ishe Smith has faced, whether it be middleweight or junior middleweight. He's faced Danny Jacobs. He's faced Sekou Pao. He faced Fernando Guerrero. He faced Randall Bailey at welterweight. And he fought in the contender, which is a lot of fighters that are peaking journeyman, that are just peak journeyman status. But Ishe Smith, I think he sparred with Floyd Mayweather as well. Ishe Smith, is pretty much a journeyman. I don't think, personally myself, I don't think he's going to be considered a challenger anytime soon. Because he's lost to some of the younger fighters. So I don't think he would be considered a contender anytime soon unless it's for a very minor organization, or unless he goes in and beats a James Kirkland. But I think he's good at helping. He's the type of fighter that's good at helping develop younger talent. Just because of his style. He's also faced Pavel Volek, defeated him. Very good victory for him. But overall, and then you have like Emmanuel Augustus. Emmanuel Augustus has faced some decent fighters, in his day. He had he faced Floyd Mayweather Jr. and he's faced Mickey Ward. He did pretty good in those. He did pretty good in those fights. Mayweather did knock him out, and he did have a close one with Ward. But he had some good fights. But unfortunately, I hate seeing him get on TV and continuously lose. Another good journeyman, the Marcus Corley. He was good in his prime, but not now. He's the perfect example of a journeyman. He's fought everybody. But I think that his time is just about up, and should be up after that loss to Matisse. Fought Devin Alexander, Lucas Matisse, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Randall Bailey. He's basically fought everybody. But the route I'm going with this video is that you need people like these. You need more people like these to bring to help complete a fighter. I think that's what's needed right now to help complete a fighter is a journeyman. The reason a journeyman is beneficial for boxing is because a journeyman has faced pretty much the who's who in the sport, and they develop, as time progresses, and their development, comes from instinct, and and seeing a certain style, and they're used to certain styles, which can give younger fighters trouble if they're not used to any of these styles, and sometimes journeymen incorporate into their own. But unfortunately, the problem is a lot of networks aren't interested in showing the journeyman fight. It's like, all right, as long as you have a name and very few losses on your record, then all right, we'll show you on HBO, we'll show you on Showtime, this, that, and the other. We'll put or mostly journeymen are on like or on Friday nights, Showtime, Telefutura, boxing, Solo Boxeo, Friday Night Fights. They're on, these, and I'm like, sometimes if a network is interested in showing a young prospect fight, they should put him in the ring with a journeyman. Like I said, the journeymen are sometimes the journeymen are the more complete fighters than some of the prospects or some of the contenders from time to time. Sometimes the journeymen are more complete fighters than them. But with the networks, you got the fear of exposure, which has been evident over the last couple years. But it is what it is. But I think that boxing right now, due to networks, has lost that foundational base of having a journeyman, good journeyman. If you look at the 70s, 80s, and parts of the 90s, you had a lot of journeymen. You had a lot of good journeymen who will travel pretty much would travel, to fight the champion, will travel to fight anybody and everybody. They're always in shape because they're always fighting. You need those kind of fighters these days because they help develop talent, and they help bring talent to the next level. So tell me what you guys think. Hit me up on Twitter. Name's Julian W. the Great. But anyway, guys, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.